Alright, in terms of childhood movies, some people have Rugrats the movie, some people have Ninja Turtles, some people have, Cinderella and Aladdin and Lion King, and all of those are, good movies and stuff. But when I was 3 years old, I was watching one movie that actually taught me about life and showed me how the world really would be once I got older, or if I was in the 60s. Why Do Fools Fall in Love is one of the greatest movies of all time. Like I said before, this is one of my childhood movies. This would stay in my VHS rotation. It would go my Rugrats orange tape from Nickelodeon. It would go Rush Hour 2. It would go Charlie's Angels. And then Why Do Fools Fall in Love. Why was I watching these movies? What was the point of a 3-year-old watching this? Well, my mom was at work, my dad stayed in her estate, and my brother was outside. We don't know where he was outside. But all I know is I had Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Doo-wop was what I would call it. If you want to know what your granddad's life was like back in the 60s, this is the movie. And it's not even the greatest movie just because, Halle Berry's in it or anything like that. It's just because Frankie Lymon was the greatest supervillain of all time. If you don't know the story of Frankie Lymon was a member of this group called the Teenagers when he screwed them out of their contracts and became a solo act as he rightfully should. Then he went on and screwed over the Teenagers and started a solo act as he should. And then behind the scenes he was addicted to heroin and then went on to marry 3 different women. He didn't get divorced to any of them. He married the first lady, Elizabeth Waters. She was a thief and then went on to be a prostitute to help him through rehab. Then Zola Taylor was a singer for the Platters, so she already had her money. Then the last one, Lila Rochon, she was a nice church girl and she had the best story with him throughout the whole thing. Then the man dies of a drug overdose in a bathroom somewhere in New York, and then years later they all in court fighting for his money. Frankie Lymon was basically the blueprint for how some niggas are today. Not only did he kill Vivica Fox's dog by throwing it out the window, and also would not go to rehab when she was out here on the corner trying to pay for his rehab, but also when he went with Halle Berry, he ended up throwing a party in her house, getting it foreclosed, and by the time she returned from tour, her house is gone and he's nowhere to be found. And then to top it all off, Frankie said 3 times a charm. I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna do it the 3rd time. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna go down to Georgia. He went down to Georgia and then found a nice, holy, Christian woman. And then said, I'm not gonna tell her anything about the drugs or the wives. I'm just gonna play it cool. I'm gonna be low key. I'm in the Navy now. I'm making money. Like, new year, new me. Gets the girl's hopes up. She's all in love and everything. And what's Frankie do? He goes to New York and dies. After that, Frankie's not finished because Frankie's working beyond the grave now. Years later, he has all 3 of these women fighting over who is Mrs. Frankie Lymon just for them to win nothing. Do you know how long a trial is? Do you know how long you gotta wait to get tickets to be on Judge Judy? Like, that takes a lot of time to go on trial for some money that's not even there. Moral of the story is, watch what your kids are watching or they'll end up like me. 4 out of 5 stars, and Thanos has nothing on Frankie Lymon.